times was dark, we stood on the block around the clock. Now my life.
It's week 14 of the NFL. And coming up, we'll see Stephon Diggs, who's closing in on 1,000 yards receiving on the year. It's the Jags and the Browns, and it comes your way next on EA Sports.
A December chill is in the air coming off of Lake Erie, but folks here bundled up, ready for football at Cleveland Browns Stadium in downtown Cleveland. Today it's a Week 14 matchup that should be a good one, as it'll be the Jacksonville Jaguars taking on the Cleveland Browns. Hi again, everyone. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And, Charles, we look at this Browns ball club. They come in needing to do something to stop this skid here before the season ends.
And if you're leading this organization, one of the things you're making sure everyone understands, this isn't about playing for draft picks. This is about playing for victories.
Meanwhile, for the visiting Jaguars, they were winners last time out, so they'll be looking, Charles, to make it 2 in a row.
And what I enjoyed when I watched their game tape and their victory last week is they put it together in every phase. Good offense, good defense, and some key plays on special teams. Let's see if they can get that second win in a row.
And this will go as a touchback, and they will begin things at the 25. So here's the first drive now for the Jags. Now Jones. Man open downfield is Diggs. He's got it. Still going inside the 20. Touchdown, Jaguars. Stephon Diggs. His 4th touchdown on the year. And the Jaguars are on the board first here this afternoon. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, you spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
Elliott Good with a PAT, and that makes the score 7-0. Fielded just outside the goal line. Now they can't bring him down. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. So here come the Browns for their first drive on offense. And they will be led out by their signal caller in his 2nd year in the NFL now.
And the tendency for most of these guys is to want to match things right away because they have a lot of confidence in their talent too. They just saw a big strike against their team, and you know they're thinking to themselves, I can get this back right now on one play. Well, if it's there, you take it, but otherwise, just go ahead and calm your team down. Run the offense, get things going, and see how things settle in.
These are his numbers from last week's contest. 17 carries, 52 yards.
There were some signs of life from their ground game last week, but overall, just a so-so performance. Everyone knows they can make a slight improvement how they contribute to this aspect of the offense. Linemen can set their blocks and hold them a little bit longer, and he can be quicker to the hole and hit a lane. If they do that, they should get some better numbers produced this week.
It's 3rd and 11.
Howell throwing on 3rd down here. Oh, his first throw of the game going to be intercepted. Carlton Davis picks it, and he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. So problems with errant passing continuing. Remember, he threw 2 picks in the loss last week and now another here in this first quarter.
And sometimes, partner, this is the result of a quarterback who's simply trying to do too much. Feels like he's trying to make up for what he did last week, and you can't do it all on one throw.
So time to see Jacksonville again on offense for the 2nd time here in this game. And they'll have good field position here following the interception and a chance to build on their lead as they start with a 1st and 10. Throwing Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. The numbers in last week's contest for Ingram. 3 catches, 85 yards. Throwing again on 2nd down. Jones.
And they think they have a matchup advantage in this one. They're going to try and find some space for him to work and make sure he touches the football. They decided the opportunity was there and launched a deep ball, but he was unable to get away from the defender, couldn't create space. winds up incomplete.
And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Evan Ingram, a 24-yard touchdown. And the Jaguars have taken a 13-0 first quarter lead. They've got to be thrilled on the road right now. Touchdown, turnover, touchdown, and quickly trying to make it 14-0.
Yeah, and mentioned it already. On the road, to be able to go into someone else's house and establish a start like that, obviously your confidence rises in a big way, and you're putting some doubt in their minds.
Elliott good on the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. The Browns offense heading out as we take a look at the playoff picture in the AFC. And I tell you, 4 weeks still to go, and everything is wide open, and it's fun.
And I know we always talk about, well, if the playoffs were to begin today, and then we kind of go, okay, but they're not. Let's see how it plays out. Wouldn't it be fun to play with this playoff lineup right now? Because to me, just about anyone can win this whole thing out of this grouping we currently have. And by the time we get there, it may look entirely different.
On second down, a run with Dobbins. Oh, what a juke into space. And he's going to have a Browns first down as he's got this past the 35 to about the 37. Well, you're down early. How do you get back in the game? Maybe establish the run. I think they're trying to do that.
Now, I'm with you on that one, and what I like about the message is that there's no panic from the head coach. He's already told his offense coordinator, let's run the football, let's get things settled down a little bit and find our way back into this game.
Ball spotted at the 45. Here's second and a couple. Off play action. It's Howell. Now a quick throw there, but it's going to be incomplete. You know, Charles, for this defense, look, it's no secret. You're facing a team that is really, really struggling. They haven't won in what seems like forever, but sometimes a desperate team can be a dangerous team, right?
You're exactly right about that, but they shouldn't be. When they're on that type of a losing streak, it's incumbent upon you to take charge of this game early and not give them any reason to hope. Get out and attack them and make sure you knock them back on their butts.
The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And a great job on special teams to down it as this will be marked out inside the 5-yard line. And out now comes Jacksonville as they get ready to go. And they are back to 500 on the year, got the win last weekend, and it's one that kept their playoff hopes alive.
And if you do have those hopes, 500 is not where you want to be at this point of the year. Now, we know they've battled through some rough patches this season, so it now comes down to how they're going to finish. Not out of it. Can't afford any more missteps, though.
Another run with McCaffrey on second down. Showed a good move, but quickly corralled just beyond the 10-yard line. And now timeout is whistled as it appears there's a Brown shaken up on the play. The medical staff will attend to him, and we will step aside. 2 yards still to go. Third down now. Off the play fake. Jones. And that will be incomplete.
That might be the third down stop that they needed because they've had a lot of trouble slowing down this offense in the first half. This might be their opportunity to get off the field.
Here's Morstead now as he sends this one away. It'll be a 47-yard punt with a net of 40 following a 7-yard return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. Good starting field position for them as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. And Howe will throw it. And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
He was defended by Jacorian Bennett.
Back to throw, Howell. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Johnson. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a third down. They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Oh, and his early struggles continue. Here's another one intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it, and the Jaguars are going to take over here up near the 40. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. Oh, he shifts past him, and he'll be stopped right at midfield. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down.
Usually we see runs like this as the defense breaks down later in the game, but this guy is setting the tone early, running through all types of tackles and put the defense back on its heels.
That's complete to Laporta. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 47. Despite the completion, they're going to wind up losing 3 there. 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. He'll get this complete to Tillman. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Jones on 3rd down. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 31-yard line. A sizable 16-yard chunk there. The drive continues. A pretty sizable deficit here in the first quarter. This defense probably need to get off the field in those situations on 3rd down.
And you and I both know in this huddle before that last 3rd down play, that's exactly what they talked about. Let's make a play. Let's get off the field. Let's reverse the momentum. Instead, they got hit with another first down, almost back to the drawing board.
And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. 11 more on that one and another first down.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
Now Jones on 1st and 10. And he slings one that's incomplete.
Well, they've got man coverage on the outside, and my scouting report on these DBs tells me that they love to take matters in their own hands. They want man coverage, not zone. And there was good coverage there that forced the incompletion.
Completes it to the fullback, Ham. They get 7 out of that, so they're left with a 3rd and 3.
Well, this has certainly been a nice drive with the way they've spread the football around. Here, they even get the fullback involved in the passing game. That's got to cause a lot of consternation on the defensive side. You've got to cover him, too.
Got his man, it's caught. Touchdown, Jaguars. Evan Ingram, a beast in the red zone with his 2nd touchdown of the game. And the Jaguars take a 3-touchdown lead. Boy, still in the first quarter, and look out. I mean, they are on pace for over 80 points in this game. I don't know that they'll get there, CD, but this has been impressive to watch so far.
That certainly would be history in the making, wouldn't it, partner? I'm glad we're here to actually watch and see if it actually happens, although, like you, I have my doubts, but they are firmly in control of this game.
Holmes going to opt against bringing it out, and they will begin at the 25. Sam Howell in the offense ready to go back to work, and he's had a hard time avoiding the interceptions of late. A couple last week, a couple more so far in this one. See if he can do better here as they start with a first down. They'll start this drive out on the ground. And boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain. Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Howell, he'll look to throw it. And he will find the open man. It's DJ Moore. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. Howell tried to pick it up on 3rd. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, and they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Here's Hardman to return. A nice return there of 11 to help mitigate a good punt. And the Jaguars go on offense, first down and 10. Jacksonville set to go again offensively. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out. Looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
They juked him, and he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 40 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Most of their damage has been done through the air. I mean, they've rung the bell 3 times with passing touchdowns, but guess what? Ground game has not been neglected. Nice little burst right there.
They'll run on first down with Evans, and he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's second down. You look at this Browns defense. They're a unit that struggled some against the run, no doubt, coming in 25th out of 32 teams.
One thing players always tell us is that they never really pay attention to numbers. I don't believe them for a second. They know where they rank, okay? They're not quite at the top, but they're far from the bottom. But let's face it, they want to move up. In order to do that, they've got to look at each other and make sure everyone's taking care of their assignments in order to play the run better.
Now the throw on third down, knocked away and incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And the Browns will take over with a 1st and 10 deep in their own territory. Now throwing on first down here. And he's got the hook up to Moore. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. From the 20, here's 2nd and 2.
Brings up 2nd and 2 at the 20-yard line.
On the give, here's McBride. And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. 21-0 our score after 1. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Throwing there, but this pass is going to wind up incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Another throw on 2nd down, and this one incomplete as well.
I tell you, Brandon, this defense is playing with some confidence. Haven't allowed a point yet. Flying to the football. I'm telling you, it's almost 11 to the ball on every snap. Another nice job there to force an incompletion.
Throw left side complete. That's Sims. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down. The Browns send out their punter now as he's on to kick it away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Hardman on the return. Following the punt return here, there is someone shaken up. Hopefully, obviously nothing serious here. Medical staff, though, going to take a peek, and we'll take a break. The Jacksonville offense set to begin their next drive. No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts. Making the stop that time, Bobby Wagner. Now a 2nd and 10.
At the 36-yard line.
Looking to throw. Jones. Now he's loose at the 40. Touchdown, Jaguars. Mecole Hardman, 64 yards. And the Jags are able to widen their lead here in this first half. Well, you talk about a team coming into an opposing stadium and just taking the life right out of a crowd. That's what we're witnessing here. 27-0, Charles.
And this defense, they've just looked completely unprepared for what's been thrown at them. And you know they're supposed to adjust series to series. That has not happened for them, so I don't think halftime adjustments are going to help a heck of a lot. They are in major trouble unless they figure out something really fast.
Jake Elliott set to kick off.
And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Defense got the better of them last series, forcing a punt. See if they make a few changes in the game plan here and try to get points out of this drive. 1st and 10. Moore, the man in motion. He'll get it here on the jet sweep. And he'll get this to the 32.
Well, from an offensive perspective, that was a tough run because he only picked up 3 yards. But let's flip it over to the defensive side. They now have the advantage. 3 3-yard gains. That means they're punting the ball likely on 4th down. That's what you're looking for when you're playing defense.
Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down.
And the Browns, 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40-yard line.
A run here with McBride. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
2nd down, Howell back to pass. And he's got his man on the out route. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another 1st down.
That's good for a Browns 1st down.
Here's McBride. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. But now he appears to be in some pain. The medical staff is going to come out here and take a look, and we will take a short break. After the loss, they'll come up 2nd and 13. Now Howell. And that'll fall incomplete. He was hit just as he let that go. And now it's 3rd down. This offense so far on 3rd down, a pretty woeful 0 for 5 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down.
There's another example what defensive coaches constantly preach, not allowing any run after the catch. They gave up a few more yards than they wanted to, but they were able to get him down quickly and force a 4th down. Well, Brandon, anything beyond 50, you start rolling the dice a bit. And once you get up around 57, 58 yards, the chances of making it go down dramatically. And sure enough, this one winds up no good.
Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. He's over 40 yards here in the 2nd quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Back to throw. Jones to the right side. That's where Tillman is. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And 3rd and 8 now. They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the 1st down. Here's Jones to throw on 3rd down. A short throw to Ingram. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 2 touchdowns for him already in this 1st half. This one good for a 1st down. A handoff left. McCaffrey. There he goes left side. And down he goes, taking it inside the 10, just shy of the 5 at the 6. 74 yards rushing for him as he has been tough to stop here this 1st half. They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down. And give him 5 that time as they draw a bit closer here for a 2nd and goal. Looking to throw. Jones. And that is caught. Touchdown, Jacksonville. Sam Laporta. A 1-yard touchdown reception. And the Jaguars open the lead up to 34-0.
You got to figure down by the goal line. This is where a tight end earns his money, in the high traffic area. and he's able to work free in the middle of the end zone and grabs that one for a touchdown.
Elliott good with a PAT, and that makes this 35-0 now. Now after the touchdown, here's Elliott on to kick it away. Taken at the goal line. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. And the Browns getting set to go. And the way their last drive ended, boy, it was frustrating. They had a pretty good drive going. It was sustained, and then it stalled out, Charles, and they missed the field goal and got nothing out of it.
Is that insult to injury? Because they had such a sustained drive, as you noted. So you know for the head coach, it almost felt like a little bit of failure to send out the field goal unit and then to not even see the ball go through the post. What a bummer on that last drive for them. Got to pick themselves up from that one.
2nd and 10, Howell. He's got the connection to Moore. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. And now a run with McBride. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Losing 2 yards that time, and now it's 4th down.
This defense has really flown around in the first half. They've gotten to the ball carrier before they can really get started. Offense got to come up with something else in order to try and get this running game going.
And on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And here's a fair catch taken at about the 24-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt. And they will take over 1st and 10. Out comes Christian McCaffrey with the rest of the offense. And he's well on his way to a 100-yard game. He's already more than halfway there. We're only in the 2nd quarter.
And what I've always loved about running backs is they'll tell you, I had no idea how many yards I had.
Right.
Those guys have an innate sense of where they are in a ball game and how many yards they've accumulated, because you know they're always working towards 100.
He's been working well towards 100 here. 2nd down and right back to McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27. Just not a whole lot of room to operate there on that carry.
No, not at all. They did a really nice job staying in their proper places and not allowing any lanes to open up.
Going deep for Diggs. And he knocks the ball away, and it falls incomplete.
Early on, the running game's been working well, and the offensive line has been pleased by that. The thought process there, catch those safeties creeping up, trying to help against the running game. They tried to hit them over the top, unsuccessfully.
On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. A 40-yard punt, no return. And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. Heading out as the Cleveland offense now as they get set to take over here. See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah, well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He would love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder that coming up in 2 minutes' time, we'll check in with Jonathan Coachman from Orlando. He'll have highlights and analysis of this first half of play. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. So another incompletion there. He's hitting on fewer than half his pass attempts in this one, and that is not a winning formula.
Yeah, so let's make sure we give a little bit of credit to the defense here. They've given him a lot to think about, a lot of different looks, and he seems a little bit confused trying to complete passes.
He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 45.
Throwing here, Howell. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sims. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
1st and 10 at the 30.
Howell looking to throw again. That's going to be knocked away and incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there was not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
Now he dumps this off over the middle. 5 yards. Now it's 3rd and 5.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
Play number 7 now coming up on the drive. 3rd and 5. Al now to throw it. He's got his target. That's complete. And they're going to have a first down, and they're in field goal range as well as they're down inside the 20. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 45 seconds to go in the first half. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Here's Howell. And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete.
That's a big force incompletion there to bring up 3rd and long, and this defense can still salvage a little momentum by forcing them to kick a field goal, because just a few plays ago, they looked like they were headed towards the end zone.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And the Browns are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. This is 1st and goal and a golden chance to get a score back here before halftime. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete.
I'm really liking what I'm seeing from this defense because their coverage has been playing at a shutdown level so far. Even backed up late, they're forcing incompletions and fighting to keep.
Touchdown, Browns! J.K. Dobbins as the first half is winding down. And the Browns are able to cut into this lead in the final seconds of the first half. Well, Charles, he's still a young signal caller in this league, 2nd year in the NFL. And I don't know if last year as a rookie, if he would have worked through his progressions like he did on that touchdown pass.
I think you're right about that. We're seeing him grow up right in front of our eyes because when he went to his primary read, he recognized that they were all over that, so he continued to survey the field, picked up another target, delivered a pass exactly where it needed to be. A very mature play for the 2nd-year quarterback.
Jaguars come to the line to start their next drive. And with only 9 seconds remaining, well, not much time, we'll see how they play this. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we've reached halftime here with the visiting Jaguars out on top. As well, we're in the latter stages of this season. Everybody's getting antsy, so antsy that we're going to skip the halftime and get ready for the 3rd quarter. Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3 alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gordon. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Here's the Browns offense now getting set to start off this 3rd quarter. CD, they certainly know the hole that they face as they begin the second half. They have to do what precious few teams have done in NFL history, and that's try to come back from a 4-possession deficit.
And, partner, you know, as that team gathers, they're saying to each other, you never say never, right? Because if you're on an NFL roster, that's how you have to think. You can always come back and win a ball game. And let's face it, we saw a certain Super Bowl, a 25-point lead late, that wasn't enough to put someone away. But that being said, this task is near impossible. Let's face it. And bottom line is, it officially becomes impossible if this possession is an empty one.
Off play action. It's Howell. A throw out wide going to be incomplete.
Just more frustration here offensively, and you can see it in their play and now in their body language. You know they were hoping to put a drive together to begin this 3rd quarter, but it's just not clicking right now, and it's going to be a quick call to the punt team.
And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. So a change of possession here on the punt, and out will come the offense as they take over. Here comes the Jags offense now. Time for their first possession of half number 2. The first half definitely went their way, and this would seem to be a great opportunity to kind of put this game a little closer out of reach with a score here.
Yeah, and it's a wonderful opportunity for them because if they can add 7 more to their lead before the other guys even see the football, That could be the decisive blow in this game. I think that's how they're eyeing it. That's how they're approaching it.
A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Not only did he have a chance to scan the field there, it felt like he had a chance to scan it twice. The protection was that good. Unfortunately for him, the coverage downfield, equally good.
And now the third down throw incomplete as well.
Good clean play. No flags coming out of the pocket of the officials. Turns into an incompletion, and that should get him off the field with a 3-and-out.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll punt it away for the fourth time today. It's taken to the 26.
Holding, receiving team.
So holding there on the return, and that'll back them up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard at the 32-yard line.
And Howe will throw it. Over the middle, he has Okonkwo. First target, first catch, and a first down.
That was a route run not just with dexterity, but with intelligence. Found the hole in the zone, made sure the quarterback saw him, and was able to make the sure catch and flip the down marker back to 1.
He'll take it past the 40 to the 41, 2nd down.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defensive front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
So in Jacksonville territory now, here's a 1st and 10 at the 42-yard line. Up the middle they go. It's McBride, and he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. From the 33, here's 2nd down and 1.
Brings up 2nd and 1 at the 33-yard line.
Powell. A short throw taken in by Okonkwo. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
A give up the middle to Dobbins. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
On 2nd down, here's McBride. And he'll be tackled at the 23 after a gain of 3.
Not too many offenses want to turn down long drives, but when you're down what they are, they've got to pay it off with some points.
Powell throwing on 3rd down here. And the throw there going to be incomplete. Jacksonville's pass defense holds serve. 4th down.
As a defensive back, you have some weapons at your disposal that we don't often talk about. And you can read the receiver's eyes, you can read his hands, and you know that the arrival of the ball is imminent. And that allows you to make a play on it and oftentimes knock it away.
I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
And they'll get him down right around the 25, actually the 26 officially, so a net gain of 1 there. Out comes the Jacksonville offense as they get set to take over here. And I would say they went 3 and out last time, but actually they didn't even get to 3 and out. Still a strange decision to us here in the booth.
Yeah, let's hope they don't go 1 and out, but maybe, possibly, let's try and think with them here. Try and play field position maybe, turn the ball over, put it in the hands of their defense. Who knows?
You're a nice man. On 2nd down, here's the option. And he is going to lose yardage here. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's 3rd down now.
Well, I would have figured after the 9-yard run on the previous play, getting 1 more yard wouldn't have been much of a problem. But apparently it was. And now it's 3rd down.
Throwing Jones. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he will have a Jaguars first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Now a stoppage for an injured player. A lot of people holding their breath on this one right now. That's Stephon Diggs, who is shaken up. While they come out and take a look at him, we will step aside for just a moment. On 1st and 10, it's Evans. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Another run. This time McCaffrey dances by him. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 102 yards rushing for him so far as his terrific season continues here.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Back to the ground on 1st, it's McCaffrey. He works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
The throw over the middle, taken in. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns 16. 19 yards that time for number 19.
This offensive game plan has just been sensational. I mean, when you think about all the different ways they've gotten their receivers open so far, it's really been impressive. Scheme, design, execution.
Jones throw into the hands here of Hardman. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and that'll make it 2nd down. In motion right, one of the tight ends. On 2nd down, a run with Evans. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. Hey, a lot of points have been scored in this game against them, but tally that one on the side of the defense.
Do you think maybe, possibly, it can be a little bit of a changer for them? Maybe not a game changer, but a little bit of a momentum one that maybe they can string together some pretty good plays and slow them down.
Meanwhile, on 3rd down, they take a shot at the end zone, but it's incomplete. Now Jake Elliott for the field goal try. From the left hash, a chip shot here. The kick by Elliott is good. So after 5 touchdowns offensively, hey, maybe it's time to get the kicker a little work, and he's able to connect there.
I love that empathetic side of you. You're worried about him getting some action, getting to be a part of the game. Well, he got in and got it done.
Darnay Holmes now from his end zone. And they'll get him down right at the 25-yard line, so the same result had he opted for the touchback. And now the Browns coming out on the field. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
They get 6. That'll leave them with 3rd and 4. In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. Howell, he'll look to throw it. That is caught and past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Well, a lot of ground left to make up, obviously. A lopsided contest, and we're already in the 3rd quarter. And they won't get it all back in one play or one drive. That's cliche, but it's true, Charles. If they can just maybe get plays like that and get a little momentum built, they can get the scoreboard a little closer.
And can you add some blinders to the cliche, meaning keep these guys from looking at the scoreboard because that doesn't help them at all right now. Their focus needs to be on finishing every drive with points and playing mistake-free football from here on out.
And that's good for a gain of 6, and it'll be 2nd down. Back to throw, Howell. They'll set up the screen to McBride. And he's taken down at the 50 after a short gain of 2.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Over the middle, that's caught by Scott. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Another throw for Howell. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Sims. And he's going to get this down near the 20-yard line. They go quickly here out to Moore. So the completion good for 6 yards, and that'll bring up second down.
It's a pickup of 6. Brings up 2nd and 4 at the Jaguars' 16-yard line.
Now Howell. Over the middle, complete. That's Johnson. And he'll go down here at the 12-yard line. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. They'll run up the gut with Dobbins. Breaks through the contact. And here he'll get it down to the 7. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Already a pair of third down conversions for them on this drive, but right now they need 5 yards on this third down try. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. So 2 third down conversions on this drive, but not able to get a third, and now they deal with fourth down. Fourth down, Howell, desperation time. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The Browns unable to move the chains on fourth down. And this long drive is going to wind up yielding nothing. That's another mistake there on the drop pass on fourth. And we've seen him do things like this all game.
It's not hard to figure out why they're down by that deficit. They haven't made plays that are going to keep them in the game or win the game all game long. That's another example right there. It all boils down at the end of it to execution. Either you make the play or you don't.
Now 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9.
Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Good strength, but not able to get a whole lot. Tackled shy of the 10. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. The Jaguars on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 8. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. The keeper nets him only a yard, and that's going to bring up 4th.
Let's give a lot of credit to the offensive line. They've been able to move the ball really well on the ground the entire game, and while that wasn't a huge one, that's okay. They'll take them in short, steady bursts.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he's on to punt for Jacksonville. On that punt, we've got a man shaken up. So as the medical staff takes a look, we'll step aside. First down, Howell to throw. He gets this underneath to Dobbins. It'll go as a gain of 4, and it's second down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 43-yard line.
Second down, Howell back to pass. There's the stiff arm. 7 yards there and a first down. The start for them near flawless. Defense gets them a 3 and out. 2 quick pass connections on offense.
So that's how a team works together. Just what you described. Get them the ball, give them a little momentum, and they're capitalizing off of that. Thanks a lot, guys.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. And once more, Howell back to the air. Able to get this one to McBride. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop it. Good work after the catch. Going to net him 23 and a first. Throwing here, Howell. Oh, he dropped it. And that's pretty indicative of the way this one's gone. 2nd and 10. Howell, another throw on 2nd down. And he's going to go down. Sacked right around the 17. Hassan Reddick in there to get him. And on the season now, that is 9 sacks for him. On 3rd down, McBride. And they'll rally and stop him short of the first down at about the 6. They do get 12, but they'll be marked short. And that leads to a 4th down. A strong run there, and for a team and a coaching staff that says they're consistently striving for a solid running game, they love those plays.
Yeah, that one didn't net them a first down. But isn't it the type of play that you write down on your sheet? That worked pretty well. Make sure you come back to it, especially in a key situation.
And he will have the first down before he's brought down at the 3. No reason not to try it there, and they do indeed convert on 4th. Here's Howell. And this is going to be intercepted. Jacorian Bennett has it, and the Jags are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit. And
as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
They'll try and burn some clock now with McCaffrey. And he's going to get 7 out of this before being taken down at the 27. Well, hang on here a second. Looks like a Jaguar in some obvious discomfort from that last play. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 4 coming up. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's Jaguar football here as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. Evans running behind center. And he won't get close. Only a yard, 4th and 3.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he's on for the 5th time here today. Just a 2-yard return there following a punt of 48. Cleveland offense making their way out. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, how do we put this behind us and get better for the next time out? This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Here is 3rd and 5. Al now to throw it. Oh, had his hands on it, couldn't bring it in. Pretty symptomatic of how this game's been going.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Jags take over in terrific field position. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's able to work his way down inside the red zone to the 19-yard line.
Taken down at the 19-yard line. It's a gain of 10. And a Jaguar 1st down.
So this will be a win for Jacksonville. And it was a game where they were off and running in the first quarter, Charles, and never looked back.
You know, partner, after a while, we always say the same thing, don't we? They set the tone early, right? They started fast. So I asked a few of my horse racing friends, do you have a term for me that we can use to cover that? And they said, yeah. When a horse breaks out like that, you say he caught a flyer out of the gate. And that's exactly what this team did today. I mean, they jumped out there, jumped on them, and were never headed.
So for Jacksonville, they move back over 500 at 7-6, and they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Cleveland, it's another week to forget as they're going to fall to 1-12 now on the year, and they'll get a chance to redeem themselves next week at home again.